doing 5 minutes of fire. So Alex, come on out here. Everybody give him a round of applause.
Yeah.
And Alex, preach it up.
Thanks, Deb. How's it going? Back on stage. Tonight, I wanted to talk about a little different presentation to the gospel than normal. I titled it Glory and Goodness. So normally you take an experience that happened in life and you pull something from it, and then you teach other people what happened. But tonight, I've been really challenged to be digging in more to the genetics of who God is, his makeup, what he's about, when you really get down to the details. So tonight's concept was inspired by 2 Peter, verse 3, which states, "His divine power has given us everything we need for a godly life through our knowledge of him who called us by his own glory and goodness." And when I read this, I thought about the attributes that God is associated with. Normally we hear that God is forgiving, that God is loving, that he is generous and caring. So when I read this verse, I got to the end and my mind already made the connection before I read it, and I automatically said that the knowledge of him who called us by his own love and mercy. And then I went back and I said, that's not what it says. And I looked into it. I said, why does it feel so unfamiliar? And I realized that there's something profound in this verse, because I feel like the words glory and goodness, we don't hear them as much as, God is love, God is caring. So I looked into it and I had a couple thoughts. So the first thought is, for too long, I feel like I've watched the world give glory to the wrong things. If you think about it, do you remember the blue and gold dress? Oh my gosh. I saw so much about the blue and gold dress. And then now we see stuff about Caitlyn Jenner winning Woman of the Year. And then we know about the red cup. Honestly, I've seen this has gone so far that I've seen more people talking about people that are talking about the cup than the people actually talking about it. So I just feel like these things, they make the message of the gospel seem watered down and unnecessary sometimes. And this is why we need to discuss God when these things are going on, because we lose the focus of what we're talking about, and why we're here. And so the second thought I had is, for too long, I've watched the world magnify the bad in situations without effectively highlighting the goodness that can come out of them. I feel like when I look on the holidays that are coming, I have a bad experience. Last year I spent 3 hours on the phone with my mom, and she cried because my dad didn't want to prepare dinner for us together, and they're not together, but that really affects me, and I'm sensitive to the holiday stuff because I don't know how to handle it, I guess. So as we come on the holidays again, I just want everybody to be reminded that there is good in everything, and it's difficult to see it when we only look at what's wrong and we focus on other things and who else has it together. But that leads to my final point, which is something that I've come to learn. This is truly the excellence of God. The excellence of God is glory and goodness. While glory represents the caliber of his being, which is his character, his makeup, everything that he is, his attributes, the goodness demonstrates his caliber through virtue and action. And what I wanted to be here for, the biggest reason I'm excited is because I wanted to preach this to myself. And I'm tested with this. I want to give God glory more. I want to recognize his goodness. And the great thing about glory and goodness, the beauty is that that God uses both glory and goodness to bring about our salvation. And that's amazing to me. So if you're struggling tonight, if you're thinking about what to do this holiday season, if you're down about something, just give glory to God and look for the goodness in whatever situation you're dealing with. Thank you.
Awesome. Woo!